Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the basics of variable. Now, the word computer, it has the root of compute, right? And it literally means it's someone or something that computes. So computer and programming in general has its roots in mathematics. And actually the first computers, they were built to try to do to automate some of the more tedious mathematical calculations. Now, so in math, one of the most basic concepts is a variable, such as x and y's that we are very familiar with, right? So for example, we can say y equals to 2x. So what that means is that the variable for the x variable can take on different values, and if the value of x changes, then the value of y also changes. So for example, if x is 1, then y is 2 multiplied by 1, and y is 2. Right? If x is 11, then y is 2 multiplied by 11, and that is 22. And because programming has its roots in math, that means we can also define a variables in a programming language such as Python. So what a variable is, very similar to what it is in math, is that it's just a name that is associated with a value. And we can define it like this: x equals 1. Okay, so what that means, let's look at these three characters very carefully. So the first thing is x, which is the name of the variable. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be x. It can be any kind of words. So, but that is the name of a variable. Now, then there's a equal sign. We'll come back to that. But on the right side of the equal sign is the value for the variable x. Now, the value in this case, it is a number. And it is a number that represents the value 1. So this number is called, in programming lingo, it's a number literal. Okay? And now the equal sign is, what it actually means is that it's doing an assignment operation. So it means to assign the value 1 to the variable that is named x. So the equal sign is officially called an assignment operator. So again, it is assigning a value that is on its right side to the variable that is on the left side of the assignment operator. Now, we have a variable. Well, what can we do with it? Well, we don't know a whole lot to do yet, but we can print it out. So let's print x and see what transpires. So when we print it out, we see that it prints out 1. Now, it's very important to note that it doesn't print out x, right? When Python compiler or the interpreter sees the variable x, it figures out, oh, okay, well, what it really wants to do is that it should print the value that is associated with this variable. And therefore, it prints out the value 1 instead of just x. So that's one very important thing to realize. Now, another thing is, okay, well, since it's a variable, right, we should be able to change it to hold a different value. So we can assign, say, x equal to 2, and then we can print it out again. In this case, we would expect it to print out 1 first, and then it should print out 2. So let's run it, and in D, it prints out 1 first, and then because it's x has been assigned a new value of 2, when it's printed again, we're going to see 2. So this is a very basic, very short introduction to variables. There are a lot more to come.